Adrian Peterson, number 5 on the all-time rushing list. Gets us going in style, and on the return, it's Velus Jones Jr. He's got great speed. And ran out of room once he crossed the 20, a 28-yard return. And here are the numbers over the last 4 games. The completion percentage, the pass yards, the touchdowns to interceptions. With that 1-3 record, and this Bears team is not just Fields. This is an entire team that is talking about trying to learn how to finish games. We'll see how they do after that crusher last week at Detroit.
Yeah, and that was a crusher. There's no doubt about it. Defense was unable to make key stops when they needed to. I thought Justin Fields played a heck of a game. And over the last 4 games that he's played, he's looked awfully good.
That's Cole Kmet, and that's Danielle Hunter out there making the stop. He can rush the quarterback, and he can get out there and cover and bring down a tight end. Here's the look at the offense for the Bears with Fields, Herbert, DJ Moore, their number 1 receiver. Luke Getsy is putting this call sheet together, and he's got an offensive line that, in his words, is finally settling in here in week 12.
Yeah, a lot of changes along that offensive line throughout the year. They've had a number of guys who have missed time. It's hard to have consistency when that's occurring up front.
Here is Herbert trying the left side, a little bit of room and a strong run. Got a push from behind. Big Braxton Jones was there to help out. And it'll be 3rd down and short after a carry of 8. Brian Flores, you look at this group, there's a lot of talent on this defense for the Minnesota Vikings. Danielle Hunter is outstanding. DJ Wanham, Harrison Smith, the 6-time Pro Bowler. And if you like to watch teams and defenses blitz, this is the game and the team for you.
Yeah, you're in for a show tonight.
Third down, a long 1. Fields has a wide open DJ Moore. And Moore, who came in the trade with Carolina with the number 1 overall pick going the way of the Panthers, and the haul coming to the Chicago Bears, makes the catch and gets the first down of the night.
Well, the whole key to that conversion on 3rd down was the success they had on 2nd down. So they keep it a manageable 3rd down distance. They're able to get the ball right to Moore, convert. Expect to see the ball coming out of the hands quickly of Justin Fields because of the pressure that Brian Flores likes to install.
Fields hands off. This is Herbert. Harrison Phillips, who is so good at 34 years old, and the brains of the operation in the back. He's got a lot of control of this defense. Can call off blitzes, can put on blitzes, made that stop.
Well, Harrison Phillips, I mean, you talked about some of the guys that they have on that defensive side of the ball. I think he's been a good player and a guy who plays a lot of snaps. 75% of the time he's on the field, and that's a lot for an interior defensive lineman. 2nd
down and 9. Fields out to his right. Kmet blocking on the edge. And the tackle made out across the 40 by Danielle Hunter, who Cole Kmet was trying to handle blocking, and a gain of 3 on the play. 3rd down coming up.
Well, when you've got Justin Fields going outside the pocket, Cole Kmet, number 85, is going to block that edge, and you can tell you're not going to get out on the edge. He makes it hard on himself to where if he pulls up a lot sooner than that, he had all kinds of pocket to be able to find an open receiver down the field. So he didn't help out himself or Kmet, for that matter.
That was Wanham and Danielle Hunter combining on that stop. 3rd down and 5. Blitz coming. Fields gets rid of it. Kmet on the catch and just driving for 1st down yardage. Let's see where they put it down. He was stood up eventually right at the marker by Josh Metellus. And it's a 1st down. And that was just sheer leg drive by Kmet to pick it up.
That was outstanding work by Kmet. He's helping out in protection. He leaks late. He gives him an outlet to go with the football. It looked like he was well short when contact was made. He just hits a scrum. That's a little bit of the tush push right there coming in from behind him. Yeah, so a couple 3rd down conversions now.
Play clock inside 5. Good protection and another completion to Kmet, who's going through the best stretch of his young career. 4th-year pro from Notre Dame, a gain of 4.
Yeah, he's been a security blanket certainly for Justin Fields, and a good player, a guy who we've enjoyed covering. And outside of DJ Moore, Kmet's kind of the guy who's been getting the most of those looks from Fields.
Fields has started this game 4 for 4 for 15 yards, all short passes so far. Another one, DJ Moore broke 1 tackle and now fights his way to the 45, and it's going to be 3rd down and short again as Cam Bynum, who had that big week 7 game with a couple of picks against the 49ers, made the stop.
Well, you look at this, and now once again a very manageable short yardage situation here on 3rd down. The thing that they've gotten back with Justin Fields after he missed those games is he's more inclined to get the ball down the field. Now that may look different, as I said, tonight because of the pressure that this Vikings defense likes to apply, that you've got to know where your hot reads are if you're playing quarterback against this group.
It doesn't come right out. Fields in trouble, shows off what he can do with his legs, and finds Johnson for the 1st down. Pressure by Danielle Hunter and DJ Wanham, and Justin Fields just beat it and completed it for 6 yards to Johnson.
Well, they've got 6 in protection, and they should be able to pick it up, but Hunter's able to get through the line. Excellent job by Justin Fields, buying time, getting out. And then you don't advise this, but he had such an open receiver then in Johnson. No one was around him. And a good job by Johnson working back to at least get in his vision and giving Fields a place to go with the football.
3 3rd down conversions on this first possession. Fields able to get away and now finds Herbert. Boy, Justin Fields right now is putting together some kind of drive. He's showing off the legs, throwing on the run, and that was a fantastic play for 13.
Well, right inside Sheldon Day, he just beats Lucas Patrick at center, and that makes it tough on a quarterback. So Fields had no opportunity, but he's able to get outside the pocket. You see the pressure immediately, and there goes Herbert. And once again, just keeping the play alive, and Fields being able to find his back.
7 for 7 start for number 1. Toss to Herbert, cuts back, and is wrapped up. Well played, Danielle Hunter underneath, and we'll give him credit for the tackle. A gain of 2.
Well, this is a nice drive, regardless of how this thing ends. The fact that they've been able to kind of mix things up a little bit, convert on 3rd downs. Fields has been mobile. He's been accurate with the football. It's looked nice.
Fields is finally brought down. Ivan Pace, the rookie who has taken over for Brian Flores, and a loss of 5 as they're finally able to get Fields to the ground.
Well, Ivan Pace, you see him right here, number 40. Now you've got another rookie in Roshan Johnson, the running back, who's trying to pick him up, but that's what Pace does really well. He's an undersized linebacker, does a pretty good job when he rushes, and when he gets on a back, he doesn't normally run through him, and he didn't there. He kind of olays him and is able to get to Fields.
3rd down and 13. Pass is caught by Kmet, and the tackle is made by Danielle Hunter as the drive stalls after the impressive start. Pat Jones had pressure and a loss of 1 on that play, and the field goal unit comes on for Chicago.
Well, they stand Pat Jones up in the interior of the line, and he just gets right on Fields in a hurry. Now they're trying to get the screen. It's handled well by Danielle Hunter. You'd like for the lineman to get a little bit more of a chip on that guy who's rushing. It tends to time up a little bit better.
48-yard try by Kairos Santos. Wide right. And with all the good that happened on that drive for the Bears, they've had a tough time finishing games, and this time they can't finish the drive. Nothing wrong with the snap or the hold. The kick no good. And the second miss of the season for Santos. Still no score. As a Minnesota Viking. He's got Madison behind him. Well protected, aired out. And a fight for the ball. Catch is made, and now Addison comes away with it, but they're going to say it hit the deck. Addison was there. The throw was there. Defended by Jackson and Smith. And let's look at the end of this.
Boy, he almost made one heck of a play. He has it, and then it comes out just, well, it came out later than what I had originally thought, but a great job by Addison going up to make a play on this ball.
Incomplete. At the very end, that ball touches the turf.
Crowd is begging O'Connell to challenge. He keeps the challenge flag in his pocket, and they hand to Ty Chandler. A gain of 1, 3rd and long coming up. This was a 50-yard near completion on the first play from scrimmage as the ball just pops out at the end.
It was an outstanding read by Josh Dobbs because Eddie Jackson, the safety, number 4, he's trying to disguise the coverage. He gets back to center field late, and they've got the rookie Terrell Smith who's starting at corner, and Addison, another rookie who's really had a nice season this year. They like the one-on-one matchup on the deep ball, and Dobbs takes it, and they almost got a big play out of it.
3rd down and 9 as a result of the first 2 plays, and now a sack for Montez Sweat. Traded from Washington at the deadline. They've locked him up for a 4-year extension, and he gets his 2nd sack with the Bears. A loss of 8. It's 4th down.
They run a lot of action up here on this defensive front. They stunt and twist, and they do it here, and it frees up Montez Sweat, who he's able to come all the way around and make a play. This offensive line, particularly the tackles, they don't handle it particularly well. Brian O'Neill, the right tackle, who's played well, but the way they overload it and they run that twist and they force the 3 and out.
Ryan Wright will punt it. It's a 3 and out. Trent Taylor waiting for the punt for Chicago. And he is dropped immediately. Plays made by Najee Fields. His average length of throw was under 2 yards. But he showed what he could do to his left, showed what he could do to his right. Then a missed 48-yard field goal by Santos, and 2nd possession for the Bears. Fields keeps, gets to the edge, and his first big carry of the night. He was their leading rusher a week ago, coming off that injury, gets 13 here.
Well, you got Harrison Smith, who at 34 years old can still motor, and you see Justin Fields, he's checking it out to where he's going to be going with the football. Harrison Smith's coming off the opposite side, and initially it looked like he was going to be able to run him down without really much of a problem, but he gets caught up with that dive back, and Justin Fields able to outrun everybody to the edge.
He wants to throw. Now gets Roschon Johnson. A lot of room. Johnson inside the 40. Blackman made the stop, and a block out on the edge by Equinemius St. Brown. A gain of 22 on the catch and run.
That's a really nice job by Justin Fields, because initially he's going to throw the ball to his right, but Byron Murphy, number 7, he jumps it, and he immediately then gets off of that and comes all the way back to his left. Right there, he's going to throw it. Murphy jumps the route and comes back to Roschon Johnson for a nice gain.
Fields keeps again. He's in trouble. And wrapped up at the 50. They're going to call him in the grasp. And he is stopped prior to the pass by Josh Metellus, who is all over the place for the Vikings on defense. Bullard was the first guy who got through.
Well, they're going to stack the line of scrimmage, and so for Justin Fields, it's a balance between understanding when you can get out of the pocket and create something and when you know you've got to get the ball out of your hands. And that's been that is the challenge for him. It's a challenge really for a mobile quarterback when you're facing an aggressive defense like this, that you just cannot sit in the pocket and think that protection's going to hold up.
Too many men in the huddle. Offense, broke with 12. It's a 5-yard penalty, second down.
So now too many men in the huddle, which after the sack and the second of the year for Metellus, backs the Bears up another 5. Week 6, hosting Minnesota. Fields was sacked 4 times and then had to leave here in the third quarter early on the sack by Danielle Hunter. He had a dislocated right thumb, which cost him 4 games. Back last week, had a good start at Detroit, trying to back it up here with a good one at Minnesota. He's able to complete to Kmet. Gets him back on Minnesota's side of the 50 in a gain of 7.
So when you look at this Minnesota defense, everyone knows Brian Flores that they're going to blitz the quarterback. They blitz more than anybody in football. But in addition to that, they also drop 8 into coverage more than any other defense in football. So when you get into second and long like they were, you got the 3-man rush. Now you're third and long, you would expect another 3-man rush, or is he going to bring pressure and force the ball out of his hands quickly? But either way, a lot of zone coverage behind it.
Third down and 21. Fields underneath. Roschon Johnson takes it inside the 40, so they don't get the first down, but now that allows Matt Eberflus, if he wants to go with it, to bring Santos back out there, but he's leaving the offense out there on 4th and 10.
Yeah, this matches Cairo Santos's career long at 55 yards if he did want to attempt it here.
But with the conditions inside this dome, certainly within his range. Everybody up and coming after Fields. He's got Kmet, and Kmet's got the first down. Inside the 20 and now inside the 15. Brian Flores brought everybody, and if Fields could hold on and get it to Kmet, that was good for 24.
That's pretty good. Kmet was holding up in
defense. Injuries hit every team, but here they are at 6-5 and on the inside of the playoff picture here in week 12. A toss to Johnson, and Roschon Johnson on first down gets 6.
Well, I think when you play this style of ball that the Bears do, that they want to run the football, and they do a good job of it. And certainly Justin Fields is a big part of that. But when you go back to the last time these two teams met in week 6, they ran the ball well. They had 160 yards rushing, but yet they only scored 13 points. And so without big plays, it's hard to come by points. So with that said, you get down, they already missed the field goal. You get down here in these opportunities, you got to score touchdowns.
There's Fields out to his right, has to throw it away.
And this is an offense that has been good when they have gotten down to this area of the field in converting red zone possessions into touchdowns.
It's 3rd down and 4. That was the first incompletion thrown by Fields tonight. 12 for 13 to start this game. That's Johnson. Hit him in stride. Good strong tackle by the Vikings and Cameron Bynum. That'll bring up 4th down. And as we heard Kevin O'Connell say in his visit with Lisa Salters, get a stop, keep him out of the end zone, get the ball back and get a rhythm going, and they have kept him out of the end zone for the moment.
Yeah, that's a win for Minnesota. This is a good call by Luke Getsy, offensive coordinator, but you see all the purple shirts that come rallying to the football. You think you're going to get them outflanked to the edge, pick up the first down. Just a really good job of rallying to the ball carrier.
25-yard try. Snap was high. Kick is good. And the first points of the night belong to the Bears on the road. Trying all over the place.
They were just getting settled in, and Tevin Jenkins, when he's played, he's been their best lineman. So that's a big loss if he's not able to come back.
DJ Wonnum tried to go over the top, and Jenkins bore the brunt of it.
Yeah, hard to tell exactly what he injured, but he was down on the turf for a long time. And we show all that good work that these players are doing over the Thanksgiving holiday. Doesn't Thanksgiving feel like it was a month ago? It does to me.
It does.
Maybe it's just me.
No, I'm with you. Here's Dobbs out to his left. This is an element to his game that is certainly different than Kirk Cousins. And by the way, Cousins, he tore his Achilles in Green Bay. He showed up either the next day or the day after that at a club function on Halloween, and there he was serving meals on Thanksgiving. He's a special guy. He's somebody Kevin O'Connell is desperate to bring back. He's a free agent to be, but not as mobile as we will see Josh Dobbs here tonight. Here's Madison left side. Nice cut. And another, and a first down. The first of the night for the Vikings. A gain of 8.
Well, I know what'll bring Kirk Cousins back. I mean, all you got to do is pay, you know, and it's a lot of money, I understand, but boy, was he playing well. I hate it for the organization. I hate it for Kevin O'Connell. I hate it for Kirk Cousins that he didn't get a chance to finish what he had started, because he was as hot as any quarterback in football. And after digging themselves an 0-3 hole to start this year, they were playing really well.
Here's Madison. And play made by Tremaine Edmonds. First year as a Bear. And he strung that play out, a loss of 2. Good play by the former Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, that really was a good play by Tremaine Edmonds, and probably hasn't had his best year after they brought him in over from Buffalo. But it's a good job of him by recognizing it and just running to the football and then being able to make a play. You know, there's a lot of discussion about Alexander Madison and, you know, how much of the snaps should he be getting as opposed to Ty Chandler. I like Madison. I love the way he runs. He's tough. He's not as explosive as Chandler, who we'll see a fair amount tonight.
Dobbs protected and picked by Jalen Johnson. Johnson on the return will take it down inside the 40. And a takeaway for this Chicago defense.
Well, that's a play Jalen Johnson couldn't make against Detroit that would have maybe won that ball game with a pick 6, but he sure comes back off of this play and gets underneath the throw.
Career high 3rd pick of the season for Johnson, about to be a free agent. A flag came in at the end of the play on that 19-yard return.
Unsportsmanlike conduct by Chicago number 6 for taking his helmet off. That's a 15-yard penalty. Chicago's going to keep the ball, first down.
It's against Kyler Gordon.
Yeah, Jalen
took his helmet off.
They're in a cover 2, so he has safety help. He's going to take Brandon Powell, and he starts there. But once he comes to the inside, it frees him up to then get underneath that route. And if you see coverage, if you're Dobbs,